Do you love digital planning? Well, I sure do. And today we are going to be setting up our August digital planner. So join me. Well, hi everyone. I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today I am going to be setting up my digital planner for the month of August. And I want to take you along and show you what I'm changing this month. Now, we just got back from vacation, and one of the things that we did on vacation was I created a travel journal page. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's jump over to July. Here's a sample. This was the travel journal page that I created for us to use on our trip. So you see here, there's a place just for logging information, a place for pictures, a daily itinerary, just basic memory keeping kinds of things. And I found that I really enjoyed using a daily planner while we were gone. So when I got back home, I decided to look in the planner that I had purchased for this year, which was from DCP Digitals, and they have a number of different options for daily pages. Now, the planner that I bought is a dated weekly planner, but one of the things that they include are additional pages, daily pages, and other kinds of trackers and things in case you need that for something. So for the month of August, I'm going to give it a try. Let me show you a couple of the things that they have in this particular planner. So you see here on my screen, here's a today planner. It's undated, so you can put your own date in there. And the hours go from 7 a.m. to 10. There's a top 3, a section for to-dos, errands, notes, food log, water, and then just some blank space for either pictures or notes or memory keeping or whatever you might like to do. All right? They also have this exact same page, but undated. Here's the undated version, okay? I like this one. It looks pretty good, but there's a different one that I wanted to show you. And you see, from this page, I have already started doing some scribbling and planning on this page. So this is what DCP Digitals calls their best life layout. And again, it has the today at the top, and it goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then there are some today's priorities, a section for a food log, a hydration tracker, a space here for self-care, and then today's mood with all of these cute little faces across the bottom, your energy level, and then a to-do section that's printed here, finances, and then a big blank space on the side. All right. So what I did is on the plane, took my Apple Pencil and started thinking about how I might want to use this page for the month of August. All right. So what I decided to do is I like the way that the timed version works. I tend to work better when I have a schedule to keep. It's probably from all those years of being a teacher and just waiting for the bell to ring before the next item could start. All right. But instead of today's priorities, I probably will put a sticker there or something that says top 3 or, list my goals there. For food log, on my travel planner, I would have done, what did we eat or where did we eat. But I think a food log would be good to record here and then maybe even putting down at the bottom a place for total calories in and total calories out. I get that information from my Fitbit watch that I have, and it tells me how many calories I burn in a day. And my Fitness Pal is where I log my food, and that tells me how many calories I've consumed in a day. Okay? The water tracker is going to stay the same, but I think for this self-care focus box, because that's a big section for self-care for me, I don't do that much self-care. I think what I'd like to do is maybe break that box in half and do like a biggest challenge and a high point or a wins or some kind of memory or something like that in that space Today's moods, I'm going to keep those. And for energy level, I'm going to split that between AM and PM, I think. Okay. Let's see. Notes on memories made, notes section, photos of the day. If I'm going to be using this, though, every day here at the house, I'm going to need a task list of some sort. And then down at the bottom, we have finances. Now, DCP Digitals also has that exact same format. So here you can see it without all my messy notes on it. The only difference is this one is untimed. And so you can mark your own schedule in there, or you could break this up into boxes, or, really customize it and do whatever you want with it. Okay. But the timed one is the one that I'm deciding to try for the month of August. So let's jump over to August and I will show you my theme for the month, which is purple. And we will see what I've already got set up. All right, so here we are in August, and the first thing that I always do is set up my inbox. So I have my August 2022 inbox and notes here, and it's all ready for me to go. I have this collection over here of tasks that already have check boxes in them, and you may be wondering, Crystal, the month hasn't started yet. Why do you already have boxes over here with checks in them? Well, for those of you who may not know, I use a lot of tags in OneNote, and when I am on my phone or my tablet that doesn't support all of those customized tags that I use, I can simply come into this inbox page. Let's say I have a budget task that I need to do. I can simply go here to the end of budget task on my phone or my iPad or my computer and hit enter, and you see that it will create another budget task item right there on the screen. Even though I may not be able to create customized tags on my phone, I can still use them if I have them listed. That's why I list them here. Okay? All right, so let's see. We'll go ahead and add pay bills because that is something I will have to do in August. All right. So the August inbox is set up. This is a place where I dump anything. If I find something interesting that I want to look up, or a book that I want to read, or a place that's opened, or an event that's happening, I will list all of that right here. I also do my brain dumps here for things that I need to do when the weeks are coming to an end, and I do my Friday brain dumps. I will come to this page and I will put all of the tasks that need to be done in this one place right here, and then I can sort them out to where they need to go. Okay, so my inbox is set up, and aren't these purple florals beautiful? This has been a summer of florals for me, which is kind of unusual, but I think they're just lovely. All right, let's jump on down to our monthly for August. And here you see I have the original monthly calendar that came with this planner, and I've gone ahead and added some of the birthdays and some of the tasks that I need to get done this month. And then you see here, as kind of my pre-planning before I even had my inbox set up, I already went ahead and copied a few things here that I wanted to remember for the month of August. Okay, so now that I have my inbox page set up, what I need to do is I need to cut these pages, take them back to my inbox, paste on the side, make it a little more narrow, and move it over here as a note that I can check on as I'm going throughout the weeks. There was another note over here about visiting a town nearby and some travel tips for that. So again, I will put that back in my inbox for the month of August, and then I will have it there if I need it. All right. So now in my monthly calendar, like I said, I've gone ahead and added some birthdays and anniversaries and some tasks that I need to get done. Also on this page, I have kept the weekly pages for the month of August. Let me scroll down and show you. So here's the first week of August, and you see I haven't done any decorating on it yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I'm going to try to use just my monthly and my dailies. We'll see how that works. Now there are some things that I like to do for on my weeklies, like meal planning and that kind of thing. But I do have a separate meal planning page, so I'm hoping that that will work out. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. All right, let's look at our August theme. And our August theme for this month are these pretty purple florals. Now, there are some other stickers that go with this, some butterflies and some rainbows, as you can see a little bit of rainbows here. And I do have some quotes and stuff that go with it. But just to get things set up and started, I'm going very minimal because I'm trying something new, so I don't want to put a ton of effort into decorating it if I find out in the first week or so that I can't keep up with a daily and I need to go back to my weeklies. So keeping it simple in summertime. All right. Now, what I did next is I took one of those blank dailies that I just showed you, and I went ahead and started setting it up. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. And we'll start at the top. All right. Now, what I did is I simply took my highlighter and I highlighted the month of August so that I could remember these dailies are for August. And again, you see there's the date line. Today I can put the date, I can put the weather, which is something that I liked doing when we were on vacation. So the date and the weather will go up there. And then I have my time blocks down here. And you can see by this gray box at the top when I hover over it that I have added, instead of the just the drawn in lines, I went ahead and added a table on top of this chart because I love tables. They work very well for me. They help keep things organized. I can move things very easily within a table. So I use tables a lot in my planners. So I'm going to leave that table there. And then for 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, I can go ahead and add things that I need to add as appointments and things come up. I also like to track the things that I complete during the day. And this kind of helps me schedule out my time. You'll see here that some of these time blocks, like from 10 o'clock down to about 1 o'clock, has a green box on it. And then there's a pink box for 1 o'clock to 3-ish, and from 3 to 5:30. Well, what do those colors mean for me? Well, if you followed me before, you know that I do tend to stick to kind of a block planning. Again, that's all those years of teaching, period 1, period 2, you know what I'm talking about. So I do kind of stick to some block planning, and let me show you my block planning list. I put it right here next to this so that you guys could take a quick look at it. Okay, so you see my green, my pink, and my purple are listed here. Those different shades of those colors that go with my theme. I also have my morning routine, and what I really do for my block schedule is I break my time down into blocks of time, usually 2 hours or a little bit more, and then I list here on this schedule everything that I might do during my morning routine from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So you see here I have things like wake up, take my medicine, make my bed, get dressed, do my breakfast, log my numbers, feed the birds, sweep the porches, check my messages and emails, clean the kitchen, put any laundry in that might need to be done that day, prep for dinner if needed, like taking something out of the freezer or putting something in the crock pot or whatever it might be happen to be. And then I do a 10-minute tidy, which means I go around the house and I clean up for 10 minutes. I put away things that might have been left out from the night before, pick up any cat toys or anything like that, sweep the floor, whatever happens needed to be done during that time. So that's my 10-minute tidy. The next block that I have is for outside or errands, and that's from about 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And that includes lunch, by the way, because I usually eat lunch outside or if I'm going out to meet someone for lunch. So again, you see all of the things that I could do outside of the house, which means taking a walk or exercising, running errands, go to the grocery store, go to the dump. Okay, there's a fly in the house. Sorry about that. Going to the dump to take the trash in, post office shopping, any appointments that I might have, I try to make during this time block. Lunch dates, video chats, any of that kind of thing. Clean up from lunch if I'm eating at home. And if I'm not going out for the day, then I have my yard things to do outside. So working in the garden, the different zones that I have set up for 2022, blowing leaves in the fall, of course, cutting the grass, and then any pool maintenance that we might have. And I kind of have a detailed list of our daily pool care here. Let's see. My next block of time is for work, and my primary work is I do volunteer work for my church, but I also include in that work my home tending tasks, and that includes taking care of the budget and finances, doing emails, contacting people, that kind of thing, placing orders. All of that is considered the work of maintaining my home. Then I have a couple of hours after that where I have creative time, because my grandmother always taught me, get your work done in the morning and then you can have the afternoon to play. So from 3 to 5:30 or 6 sometimes is my playtime. That's my creative time. I can do some decluttering during that time, work on projects, crafting, sewing. I am a quilter. I also knit. So I have lots of things going on. I can do my OneNote planning, which I find very fun. I can film videos for you like I'm doing now. I can learn something new. I can read. I can decorate. I can bake. I can play in the pool. I can do whatever I want to do during that time. That's kind of my daily self-care reward for getting all of my work done in the morning. All right. Then about 5:30, 6 o'clock, I start prepping for dinner. I will check in on the news to find out what's gone on during the day. I'll do an email check because one of the things that I do for church is the prayer chain emails that need to go out. So I usually check at the beginning of the day to see if there's anything that's come in, and I also check at the end of the day so that if anyone has a prayer request, they can send it to me and I will get it out to the rest of the congregation within a timely manner. Okay? All right, and then the evening time from 7:30 to 10 is, family time, and, sometimes I have a book club meeting, or I'll watch a master class, or my husband and I will play games, or do a date night, or, whatever. And at 10 o'clock, my phone goes to quiet time, and I unplug and ready to go. All right, so that's kind of how I time block, and that's what's related to these time blocks over here. All right. Then you see I have a space for my top 3, the big 3 things that I need to get done that day. Here's that food log that I was talking about. Again, it's a table, a 2-column table, breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. Total kcal in and out is what I'm going to do there. All right. Then I have my hydration tracker here, which I can color in with my highlighter if I need to. That's very simple. I can just take the draw tool, go over here, get a light blue highlighter, and say okay, and fill in the next glasses of water that I have. That's kind of cool. All right, now for self-care, down here, you see I added a little box for self-care, and that's just a place for me to list something that I might want to take care of. For example, my nails might need doing, so I'll put that on. Maybe it's taking an extra walk. Maybe it's having a treat with a friend. Maybe it's baking cookies. Who knows, whatever my self-care might be. Just a small space. I don't need a lot of space. And then I created 2 boxes here. One says challenges for things that were maybe difficult or challenging for me during the day. And then some memory that I made that day. Now, let's take a look at these faces. I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to call some of these faces. Let me zoom in so you can see that. So you see here, there is an excited face. That's what I'm going to call it anyway. An excited face, a happy face, a contented face, an angry face, an upset face, which one of my friends said, where's my margarita face? Which I thought was hysterical. Then there's a tired face, where you just want to close your eyes and check out. And then there's a loving face where maybe you feel very loved, or you're in a very, positive, loving mood yourself. So that's what I'm going to do for those faces down there. And I'm just going to color in the one that best fits how I felt for the majority of the day. Energy level down here at the bottom, I'm going to do purple for AM and gray for PM, and I'll mark those dots on the time I'm sorry, I will mark those dots on the number that represents how much energy I have. So for example, here in this example, I'm assuming that I'm going to wake up with lots of energy at 9, and by the end of the day, I'll probably be at 3. Some days you can bet I'm all the way down at 1. My body battery dies and I am out of it. So, but I think that'll be interesting to track. We'll see how that works. And then my to-dos. I am somebody that kind of keeps to zones and routines and that kind of thing. So I really have a list of things that I do every day, but they might be different on different days. So for example, I might take the trash to the dump and go to the grocery store on the day that I go and walk with friends, which is usually Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I like to schedule out my day, walking, taking the trash to the dump, maybe having lunch with a friend, then going to the grocery store, stopping at the post office, those kinds of things. So I kind of zone my days that way. So in this example that I have here for you, I have, again, a 1-column table, and this is Friday, the 29th. I just put a random date in there to remind me that I want to put the date and the weather. And then I have the things that I normally do on a Friday. So my morning routine, deep clean the kitchen, dust and vacuum the lower level of my house, do the wood floors, clean the lower level bathroom, because I like to get the house ready in case there's any company over the weekend. I've been doing that for years, and it's just kind of a habit for me. That's also my circle garden zone, which is out in the front of my house. And it's also the day that I, on Friday, post and review videos for Crystal Clear Life. Check my comments and that kind of thing. So that's kind of how my Fridays go. Now, what I did is I went ahead down here at the bottom, and I have a list of all of the things that I typically do on the various days. So here I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc. So all I need to do is, when the next day comes, I can take this, I can copy it, I can go over here and paste it, and take it right up where I need it to go, and make that container smaller. So I can get rid of Friday, and I can move in the next day that I might need. Okay. Let's see. Let's make this a little bit wider. And you see here that I also have done these as tables because I just love tables. They work so nicely. But you can see some of the lines showing through in the background. Well, the way that I take care of that is I go in here and I highlight all of these columns of my table, and I go down to table, to shading. I don't want purple, which is the top color. I want to choose white. That puts the background as white, and then you can no longer see those lines on the inside. Okay? So that's what I like to do because I think it makes a nice clean page. All right. Now, if I have other things that I want to add, and I go down here to the bottom of the table and I hit the tab key, you see it adds another row down at the bottom where I can put another task. Okay. All right. So that's it for my to-do list, and it can change. It changes seasonally. I add things and I take things away. For example, the hummingbird feeders after October no longer needs to be on there. So I can take it off at that point, but for the month of August, it needs to stay on there. Okay. Then down here, there's a section for finances. And again, I left her title of finances, and I just put my own 3-column table with date, items that I bought, and how much I spent. On the side, this big long blank piece over here on the side, which actually you probably can't see it on the screen, but it is a very small grid pattern. And so I'm going to use this section for notes and musings. So I put a title up there for notes and musings and this cute little push pin sticker. And then I have an area here where I can start typing, and I was playing around with fonts and font sizes and all of that kind of thing. So I just left myself here a note saying that I'd like to use this particular font and this particular size. All right. Okay. Now, you might ask me, Crystal, are you going to set this up every day like this? That is incredible. That will take forever. Nope, not going to do that, because one of the great things that you can do in OneNote is, once you get a page the way you like it, and this is the way that I like it for the month of August to get us started. Once you get a page the way you like it, you can go up here to Insert and down to Page Templates. And for page templates, you can click down here at the bottom, Page Templates. And it will come up here on the far side, and you can say all the way down at the bottom, Save Current Page as a Template. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to call it August Daily. All right. Now, underneath the title, there's a little box that says Set as Default Template for New Pages in the Current Section. That's what I want to do, so that every day when I come in and I create a new page, it will come up and look exactly like this. Okay? So I'm going to say Save. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to take out these titles. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to take these away. Clean that up a little bit. And I am also going to take away these titles underneath, because I don't think I need that. I remember what excited, happy, contented, all of that stuff is. I just left those notes up there for our discussion on the video. Okay, so now Save Current Page Template. Let's do that again. And we're going to say August Daily and set default and save. Okay, now it does its thing. All right, let's close the templates and watch what happens when I add a new page. Okay, so let's mark this as my sample page. Okay, so that you guys can see the difference. So there's my sample page. Now if I go over here, let's say it's August the 1st and I want to create a planning page for myself. If I say Add Page, I can click on that and it comes up and gives me an August daily page. You see the sample page is not there, because what it did is it made a page that was based on the template that we made. Okay, so now I can go in here and I can change the date to August 1st, 2022. You see that it changes it over on my page list, and I am ready to go. Now, what is the 1st of August? Well, the 1st of August happens to be a Monday. So what I need to do is I need to take away this. I need to come down here and choose Monday. And I will copy that, paste it over here on the side. And throw it up here in our to-do list. Here we go. Let's make it a little bit wider. And get that background to white. And we will be good to go. All right, table shading is already set for white, so I can click there. And there we go. Now Monday, the 1st, is set up and ready to go. There's our date. We can put our temperature and our weather in when we get to that day. Just a reminder for us to do it there. Okay? All right, so there you have it. This is what I'm going to try for the month of August, and we will see how it works. In my head, I am going to come in every probably evening because I like to plan for the next day, come in, create my page. I might create the whole week ahead of time so that if I have some advanced planning that I need to do, appointments that I need to make, that kind of thing, I can go ahead and add them here. But I plan on doing that, and then when I sit down first thing in the morning, I can look at this page, kind of work out the rest of my day, see what my hard landscape things are, the things that I have to get done that day, and then work those other tasks in as time allows. Okay? Using my block planning and my daily list of tasks that I like to do is really it takes a lot of the decision making away from me. I don't have to think about what I'm supposed to do because I have a list and I know exactly what needs to happen. Okay? Well, I'm excited to try this. I'm excited to track my moods and my energy level. That's not something that I've done before. And I'll keep you posted on how it's going. I'll post some pictures over on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can look for me there at Crystal Clear Life 21 and follow me there. I also have a Facebook page if you would like to follow me there. Again, Crystal Clear Life 21. I'd like to see you over there. And if you've liked or learned anything from today's video, think about subscribing. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you've liked it, even if you like the colors. Tell me what colors you're using in your planner for the month of August. That's my question of the day. What's your color and planner theme for the month of August? Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing about new ideas and new themes for people to use. Okay, well, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I happen to use OneNote. Until next time, happy planning. Okay, bye.